Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Our group will present a presentation for Arabic Communication 2 subject. This slide prepared by Hazmi Khairuddin, Nurul Anwar, Aiman Farhan, Badrul Hisham, Syafirul Aiman and Muhammad Luqman. And this slide prepared for Miss Nadirah Abdul Rahman as our subject lecturer.
And we will present about United Arab Emirates, as known as UAE in short form. For introduction, United Arab Emirates, sometimes simply called by Emirates, as sovereign state in Western Asia at eastern end of the Arabian Peninsula. Border Oman and Saudi Arabia, and has maritime border in Persian Gulf with Qatar and Iran. Federal elective constitutional monarchy form a federation of 7 emirates consisting of Abu Dhabi, which serves as the capital, Ajman, Dubai, Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah, Sharjah, and Al Kuwain. Next. Okay, about culture at UAE, based on Arabian culture and has been influenced by the culture of Persia, India, and East Africa. Arabian and Persian, inspired by architecture, is part of the expression of the local Emirati identity. And the third is the United Arab Emirates as a diverse society, such as Muslim, Jewish, and many more. Major holidays in United Arab Emirates include Eid al-Fitr and National Day, 2 December, at 2 December, yes, every year. Okay, I will be pass to food.
Me.
Okay.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, I want to present about food at the United Arab Emirates. So, the United Arab Emirates is a paradise for food lover, with multiple cuisine being served in some of the best restaurants. Emirate food also reflect the culture, climate, and resource of the region. So for me, United Arab Emirates, one of the attraction is food. So during the holiday, maybe tourists come to UAE want to find such a good food at the UAE. So the first one is the tarik. Tarik is a popular meal in the UAE. People enjoy it to break the fast during the month of the Ramadan. It is said to be as a hearty dish that is not too heavy. Basically, it is a stew served on all layer with flat bread. Most of the time, roti bread is recommended, but unleavened bread is also considered to be a good option. So the ingredient of the stew include possibility from lamb to chicken or simply vegetable. So the next one is the haris. Haris is one of the most popular Emirate dish and is frequently served at the wedding in additional to religious holiday. It preparation involve cooking meat together with wheat in a pot along with a generous dash of salt. The mixture is cooked until the meat melt into the wheat, and the combination is thickened over coals. So the final result is very moish. So third is the balalet. Balalet is a combination of sweet and salty element. It is a breakfast dish made with the omelette and vermicelli. Spicy are add to the sweetened vermicelli, and the whole preparation is topped with a thin edge omelette. Telur. Balalat is a breakfast food and a dessert at the same time. So they can be the breakfast food and dessert. And then it is an inevitable part of iftar and Eid celebration for United Emirates people. So next is the Aussie. Aussie is one of the best now dish from the Gulf region. It features prominently at special occasions such as wedding parties and festive celebration. Aussie meat also has a special presence at the Emirate meal table during Ramadan, when family and friends gather together to break their fast. So next is the shawarma. Shawarma is the most eaten food across this country. Even it has also become famous in Asia countries as well. It can be made with lamb or chicken. Different restaurants serve this dish in different manners. Commonly, they mix garlic sauce, pickles, fries, and tomato and wrap it in Arabic roti. So the next one is the kuzi. Kuzi is the United Arab Emirates national dish. It is a complete, filling, and delicious meal since this dish consists of roasted lamb or mutton served on top of a bed of rice and topped with vegetable and nuts. It is so popular in UAE that most restaurants have this dish on their menus. So, for the dessert in United Arab Emirates, this which is lukaimat, bukan lukman lukaimat. These are sweet fried dumpling made of milk, sugar, butter, and flour, and then covered in date syrup. Lukaimat is undoubtedly the most popular traditional dessert. Tough, a bit calorific, these are too good to resist. So the next one is the asida. Asida is a classic dessert made of pumpkin. This pudding, which is also known as asidat al-baubar, Arab language, is mildly sweet. Apart from pumpkin, flour, cardamom, saffron, and sugar are the main ingredient for asida. So, okay, done for the food. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Muhammad Lukman bin Sungeb. I want to present about population at the UAE, United Arab Emirates. The first one, the current population of the United Emirates is 9,937,333 as of Monday, November 23, 2020. Second, the UAE population is made up of 72% males and 28% of females. Third, approximately 88.52% of the UAE's population is made up of expatriates. Fourth, emirates of UAE citizens account for the remaining 11.48%. Residents from the Indian subcontinent make up the largest proportion of expatriates in the UAE. There are 2.62 million Indian nationals residing in the UAE, followed by Pakistani national with 1.21 million and also Bangladesh nationals land the third spot of 0.71 million residents. And last, Iran and Egypt are outnumbered by other ASEAN nationalities. Okay, I pass to Aiman for the language at the UAE.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. I would like to present about language of the United Emirates. Official language of the United Emirates is Arabic. Numerous variation of the Arabic language are spoken in the UAE. Modern standard Arabic in the language used in official document as well government and department. Gulf Arabic is often spoken in neighboring Gulf states including Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. Second is English language. English language that United Arab Emirates occupies was a British colony until 1971. Therefore, English is a popular language in the region. And the lastly is Persian language, also referred to as Parsi, is a minority language mainly spoken by the small community and Iranians who live in the UAE. And lastly is Hindi language. Hindi is others minority language spoken in the United Arab Emirates. It is widely spoken by many Indians immigrate living in the country. Okay, next.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anwar bin Muhammad Abdul Munaf. My task for this presentation is history of United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates consists of 7 emirates and was founded on 2nd December 1971 as a federation. It's known as the Crucial States in reference to the treaty relations established with the British in the 19th century. Artifacts uncovered in the UAE show a history of human habitation, transmigration and trade spanning over 125,000 years. The area was previously home to the Magan people known to the Sumerians, who traded with both coastal towns and bronze miners and metals from the interior. Okay, thank you. That's all from me. I will pass to Shafir Aiman to present about the attractive place at United Arab Emirates. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Shafirul Aiman. Okay, now I would like to present about the attractive place at the UAE. The United Arab Emirates is a small country, but it is packed with exciting place with visitors to check out and fall in love with. From modern building to culture hotspot, there's a little bit of everything. This is what makes the UAE one of the hottest tourist destinations in the world. Okay, so the first place that mean an attractive place at the UAE is Burj Khalifa. The Burj Khalifa is one of the United Arab Emirates most famous building and the soaring sky-high landmark of Dubai. Not only that, it is the world's tallest building. It also lay claim to the title of tallest freestanding structure in the world, highest observation deck in the world, and elevator with the longest travel distance in the world. A trip up to the observation deck with its panoramic views across Dubai is a sightseeing highlight for most tourists who visit. True for those who suffer from vertigo, it might be best to give it a miss. The second place is Sheikh Zayed Mosque. The Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque is a mammoth modern mosque of incredible beauty, harnessing contemporary design and ancient craftsmanship. The mosque harmoniously blend modern and ancient style and technique, and also to create a new interpretation of Islamic architecture. Okay, next is Haja Mountain. The Haja Mountain side through the desert, creating the jack and wild heart of the United Arab Emirates. Twisting roller coaster road with spectacular scenery along the way connect the region's tiny village, making this region road trip heaven. Nature love, which find plenty of hiking, trekking, and bird watching opportunities, while the vast amount of picturesque square woods in the area are also fun to explore. For the next is Love Abu Dhabi. The newest and most spectacular museum in UAE, the Love Abu Dhabi take visitors on a journey through human history with objects sourced from across the globe and through the age to demonstrate the link between culture. Whether you are interested in early history, the great empirical age, or modern art, you will find the museum exhibition fascinating, while the stark and ultra-modern architecture of the building draw visitors in itself. For the next attractive place is Jabal Jayis. Jabal Jayis, the higher peak in the UAE. Jabal Jayis in the Emirate of Ras Al Khaimah has become much easier to access in ascent. Here, thanks to the switchback road that twists and turns all the way up to the mount side. At the top of the road, a series of landscape terraces and viewing platform offer up mountain visit that roll right down to the sea, while those hankering to pay up the mountain scenery with an adrenaline buzz can option the true themselves of the peak on the world's longest zipline. For the next attractive place is Sharjah Art Museum, the most important museum dedicated to the art in the Emirates. The Sharjah Museum is home to the most diverse art collection in the United Arab Emirates. The museum is recognized for its collection of work by Arabic artists and also for its important places by European artists who specialize in painting the Arabic world. The next is Jabal Hafid. Jabal Hafid, a must-do for everyone who wants to snap a great vista. The summit of Jabal Hafid is a favorite day trip from Abu Dhabi and Al Ain. This is the second highest peak in the United Arab Emirates and far-reaching subterraneous desert panorama great. You all the way up to the top and the winding road. After the twisting mountain road drive, you are rewarded with being able to see across the area vast sweep of desert. Next is Bastakia. The Bastakia quarter of Dubai is the last remaining fragment of old Dubai and should not be missed. This is small heritage really about the simpler, gentler and parts of the city before skyscraper took over the skyline. Narrow lanes are lined with beautiful preserved buildings in typical Arabian architectural style, many which Wayne Tower feature. Various museums allow you to enter the house and see typical Arabian interior within the quarters, along the mosque and a small surviving segment of the original Dubai city wall. Okay, the next for the conclusion. The conclusion, while the United Arab Emirates is known for its incredible, fast-growing modern cities such as Dubai and Abu Dhabi, the area has a unique history and set of landscape and nature covering the Arab nation that is well worth a visit. That's all from us, Sepuyo Group, and thank you.